Welcome back to the Gateway RV Transport Podcast. We are really excited about our guest today. We really are.
Y'all say that about everybody, though.
Well, so far we have been.
As soon as we start interviewing the guys we're not excited about, then we'll just get right into it. No, but we have the Hargises. So thank you guys for coming all the way up. I know you didn't come up here just for it, but where's home?
Texas.
Okay. What part of Texas?
Central.
Okay. And
South of Dallas.
Have you guys always been from Central Texas?
No.
We were both born and raised in Houston, Texas.
It's where we met.
No, we actually met on the beach.
Too much detail.
He was friends with my brother.
They're going to ask anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna
I went to school with their brother. We actually lived close to each other. We didn't know each other. And then I met her at the beach. And 5-6 years later, we got married.
Yeah, not quite
Took
that
a while.
long.
We have a bit of an age
met
gap,
on
and she was a bit
my
young.
15th birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was
And
20.
I couldn't date
Uh-huh.
because my dad would not let me date till I was 16.
Okay.
And so, no dating. And I didn't hear a word. I met him because he come to go fishing, of course.
With the brother.
With my brother. And didn't hear another word from him until after my birthday the next year. And then I got a call. Never saw him. Never came over.
Your mom made it pretty clear. Go away. Yeah, so I did.
But smart dad. I think that's kind of our family rule. Generally, 16. That's the number.
Yeah, actually, kids, you need to keep them in a closet till they're about 18 or 20. You'll figure it out.
We weren't allowed to date till we were 16, but it's not like I had a choice anyway.
Justin tried and tried.
For many years. Yeah. So you, what did you do after you met? What were you doing for work?
I worked for a power company, Houston Light and Power, as a mechanic, auto or truck, really. Did that.
And I worked for a bank downtown Houston for a little while.
I worked evenings because that's when the trucks weren't out working.
Mm-hmm.
And she worked evenings, so we got to ride to work together and stuff. That was pretty neat.
Got to see how, checks are processed. I was in the check processing during the middle of the night.
That was interesting. A huge machine. You feed them in one end, and it sorts them and spits them in a bunch of different...
And you have to reconcile to make sure all the checks balanced.
Uh-huh.
So it was interesting.
Then somebody from the Federal Reserve comes and gets them.
Okay. So this is like catch me if you can't. Can you forge checks, you think? So you might be able to...
Well,
yes.
you going to split about half of it?
Frank, what's his Abagnale? Frank Abagnale?
I watched the movie, but
I
think you probably could. That's why everybody says kind of shred all your information, but all your information's out there already. What's the use of shredding it?
Yeah, and checks are kind of going away, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are. When's the last time you wrote a check?
Coincidentally, yesterday.
Oh.
But before that...
A personal check?
No, it was here.
Once a year.
It was,
maybe.
yeah, very, very rarely.
I write them for the tithe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, convenient. That's how we can do it all online. So we do ours just on my phone.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is
kind of scary.
It is kind of scary. Yeah.
With AI.
So you guys stayed in Houston.
Yes.
For so you got married in Houston,
Mm-hmm.
and then stayed there for some period of time.
Yes, the company had a power plant up where we are now, which is halfway between Houston and Dallas or so, and they had openings. So we talked about it, and I didn't put in for it. Had enough seniority by then, I couldn't take it. And then 2 years later?
Because we had just had twin girls.
Yes.
They were what? Not
Baby
they
babies.
were baby babies. I said, no, we can't leave. All my help, my mom's there, his mom's there.
Yeah, we
thinking,
live close together.
No. So, looking back, I would say that was probably an error. We probably should have come the first time it was offered. And I think, looking back, it was a missed door that God had opened for us. But he was gracious and opened it again.
A couple of years later, another opening. So we jumped on it.
Houston's kind of
And
big.
so the two girls, our twins, started school up there, which we're churchgoers. you may find that out later in the podcast, but most of the teachers were going to the same church we joined up there. So I mean, until you get out of the big city, you have no idea what a small town is, how great it is. You sit out in the yard in the evening, and you could, more than half the people that drive by, you can call them by name.
Yeah.
And this was a town of 4,000 people. It's nice, small town.
I think there's definitely an appeal for that.
See, I mean, we figured it out because we rented for 6 months looking for a place to buy. When you come back to Houston, it was so obvious. You know, up there, you get out of a parking lot and you're heading for the same door, and they'll rush to open it for you. But down there, they rush to get ahead of you. They'll open that door and duck in to get in line first at a restaurant or something like that. And you know, it happens. I mean, it was obvious. Just, I don't want to go back to Houston. Ever. Never will. Never go back to city. We ended up buying 25 acres out in the country. Our whole county has 10,000 people in it is all.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's a big county.
How many counties are in Texas?
200 and... God, I used to know 200 and something.
Man,
50 something.
that's a lot of counties.
Yeah, it's a big state.
Is there any other state that has more counties than Texas?
200. 200's a ton.
That's a lot of counties.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, it's over 200.
What's the name of your county?
Freestone.
Freestone.
Peaches. Freestone peaches. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but peach orchards.
Okay.
Cows.
And been there ever since?
Yep. We lived in town till the kids got out of school. Then we bought this place out in the country. It just popped up when another guy did that too. Kids got mad. Why didn't you buy out in the country when we were there living?
We
there?
looked. Boy, did we look.
Yeah.
We tried.
So your kids wanted to move into the country?
Yes.
Yeah.
We lived in town, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of miles from the school, a couple of miles from the store.
Not even a couple of miles.
Yeah,
Wow.
actually a mile. Everything was within a mile, which
Yeah,
is
we
what you got to have.
Before
with
you
kids.
had phones, we had radios. So when the girls were in high school, they could, Mom, come
Really?
get me.
They had like a base unit
Walkie-talkies.
walkie-talkie.
Walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Because you never knew when they were going to get out from whatever practice they were doing.
Yeah. And so you have 3 kids?
Yes, we have a younger son now. Youngest is our son. He's 28 now, 27.
He was born in 97. Y'all do the
97.
math.
He's going
I
to
don't
his
do
age.
it.
I don't even know how old I am.
And twin girls, how old are they?
34.
Yeah, old. One's married, one's not. Both have been married before, but yeah. We've got a new grandson that's 6 months, 8 months.
He was born in
Oh,
February.
yeah.
So.
Okay. There's just one grandchild right now?
Oh, no.
Oh, you got more?
We got
All right.
4 total.
4 total.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Right on.
2 from marriage and then 2 from,
Step.
step.
All right, so how long were you at the power plant?
38 years and 5 months.
Oh.
Well, actually, it's the same company I started with. I would actually go to high school in the mornings, and when I got off, I'd go to work and work that night till midnight, full-time job for about a year or so. No, maybe, yeah. Anyway, the same Houston Light and Power, but they started changing names, being sold and bought and stuff, and it ended up being NRG, the power plant. And then the power plants and the line crew split. And but yeah, my total time without ever changing jobs was 38 years, 5 months.
Wow. That's very rare now.
Yes, yes, I had the most seniority at that plant, and pretty much in that deal, I had the 38 years put me way up there.
What was your role?
Well, I was a mechanic. When we went to the power plant, I started working on the bulldozers and cherry pickers and that kind of stuff. And then I was able to move into and start operating I was in the heavy equipment crew, which when we operated the cherry pickers and stuff, because the power plants are giant. So you got to have cranes and stuff and forklifts. So I started doing that instead of working on them. That was good. A lot easier. I enjoyed it.
That's what
Really
our
enjoyed
dad he's a heavy equipment operator.
Oh,
in the
yeah?
Army, yeah.
Who was that?
Our dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kevin.
Okay. He'll tell you it's good. Mainly because you sit in an air-conditioned cab and watch them guys out there working.
Yeah, nice.
But it worked out good. But NRG's a northern company, and all the stuff that comes, I know I'm where I'm at right now. I better be careful. But yeah, it changed. It went from a family company to just give us all the labor we can get out of you.
Mm-hmm.
He was glad to get out.
Yeah, I was ready to go. I was really ready to go.
How did you go from that to doing this?
Oh gosh, I retired and did nothing for one summer.
Well, you sort of
Not the
run
first
some
summer.
equipment.
Yeah, I ran a Terrigator, which is a giant machine that sprays crops, fertilizer or weed killer and stuff. Did that one summer, cut hay one summer. Every summer I'd do something different because it's seasonal down there.
Yeah.
And then my daughter, she's a travel nurse. She bought her a camper. And I'm over there with her, and we're talking to the people down there. And how did they get down here? I never know. Nobody realizes how campers get where they're at. It's like, really? And so they told me. I said, well, golly. So I kind of checked into it, and that's how I did it. Got hired. I started with Horizon.
How long ago was that?
6, 7 years. I don't remember for sure. Then I went to In Transport, and I'm here. If it's okay to say their names.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
As long as you're saying that you like Gateway the best. That's
I'm
the
still
only-
here. You remember what I told you when I came in the first day?
Not sure.
I said, just be honest. Honest. Y'all may want to edit it out, but Horizon, what you'd call, and there would be no loads. But they have a big website, a lot of drivers. And then I'd see drivers where they're getting loads. They picked that load up after the day, same day, but after they told me there was no loads. I understand seniority. They had million-mile drivers, several of them. And I understand that from being in the union for 30 years, that seniority counts. But just tell me, one of our senior drivers they're getting the loads right now because it's slow. Mm-hmm. Don't lie. So that's what I told you. Just be honest. I mean, I'm not going to quit because you were honest with me ever. Even though I may not, you tell me there's nothing to do, I'll hang around. Unlike most drivers, this isn't our income. This is our extra. We started it to see the country.
Now it's just paying a truck.
Yeah, and that's we got some horror stories on trucks.
Terrible,
we
truck
probably
stories.
could have the same stories, just different versions.
Well, maybe we'll get into some of those stories because some of them are interesting and valuable to learn for a lot of drivers about what to do, what not to do. Buy a Ford. But I know a lot of companies have their reason for doing things, and so being a company, a huge company, I understand there's a lot that goes into it that I'm sure that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know.
A lot of drivers.
And so, and one of our viewpoints is that we really like being an industry where we're competing with good companies. Now, I'm not saying that every company we compete with is, but some of them are, and I think it makes us all better when we work with better places. I will say, Justin may not be good at very many things, but he is very honest, and so don't let him.
Yes.
Don't let me tell him.
You
Don't
can
tell him I
sense
said
that.
this, but
hopefully.
even to the point where it's in the short term uncomfortable. I think he's a good example of espousing the ideal that short term discomfort is better than long term issues, or I don't know. There's probably an actual code there.
Yeah. Well, and we try pretty hard. I think of not overhiring. That's when it's like I hate the idea of bringing people in if we don't have the work. That's where it's like lately we have been doing very little hiring because it's like I thought we'd be busy right now and we're not. And so it's like I kind of was gearing up for it to be busy. So I don't know. You never know.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's valleys and mountains.
And so you've been how long?
That's kind of like your walk of Christ, isn't it?
Yeah,
Valleys and mountains. It really is.
Yeah.
That sounds like an album that you could put for our Christian band that I'm going to start after this podcast. Mountains and Valleys.
Are you going to sing for us?
It'll be no singing on my part. Just humming. Just very good humming.
Well, but I very much do believe, though, if you're living your life in a way that you're doing the best that you can, then sometimes there's if being honest is it's a lot. It's not only easy is not the right word. Doesn't make it easier to be honest. No. But there's nothing. But by being honest, you have nothing to hide, and so we try to be transparent. Some of our policies and procedures, I understand from a certain perspective, maybe don't seem that popular, but most of the time we're absolutely willing to get into the weeds with somebody on why it is the way that it is, and be honest about it. And then actually, that kind of makes sense. Like the most recent one that I had was like the security at the yard. When you get to the yard, you have to call in. It's so inconvenient to have to call the office to have them open the gate. You go hook up, and then you have to do it again. Why can't it just give me a code? Which we've done. We had that in the past. But it's a lot more inconvenient to have trailers stolen. And as a security measure. And 10 years ago, it was you have to get out of your truck and do a padlock in the ice cold and then hand move the gate. So it's
a bummer. I wish that we could do it the way that we had, because we had a good system going, and then somebody on the inside screwed us over, and it's kind of ruined it for everybody else. And so, yeah, man, 3 trailers stolen. It rocks everybody.
Y'all are still reeling from that, huh?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
it's hard. Hard to recover from, but
it happened.
Yeah, and we try really hard not to let a couple bad actors spoil your view of a lot of really good people, because I feel like we've got just an amazing driver base. We have people that care about what they do, care about doing it well, are good people genuinely, and they're enjoyable to work with. I know at the end of the day, that's just a job. You're trying to make income, but it's so much more enjoyable if the people that you work with you trust and can have a laugh with. So that's important to us. Sometimes maybe from the outside it could look like we verge on the maybe too casual, but we try really hard to have a good balance.
That's one of the inviting things about it. Other companies, you get phone calls so often about it. They're watching your log constantly. You forgot to put a period at the end of this or something or whatever. Y'all, we do it. You got to, because you never know when you're going to get pulled over.
Yeah. But we also try not to compromise our casual family-like environment with a high expectation. We hold the people in here as well as our drivers, I think, to a high standard. But anyway, so you've driven for 3 companies doing RVs. How long, Rhonda? How long have you done that?
I was not. I told him no. I taught school, and COVID kind of cured me of wanting to teach. The year after COVID, I should say, it was not well thought out, not well done by. I'm sure all over the country had this issue, but we should have picked up where we left off the year before and not moved them up. They lost. The kids lost out. And it was on us to try to catch them up and be with the content. So I stuck it out for a year, and he wanted me to quit and go with him. And I said, well, I got to know for sure that it's viable before I quit. And so I quit after that. And so COVID was 21, 22, I guess is when I started with in transport, not Horizon.
So what did you teach?
I taught 8th grade math. And the first couple of years, I also taught an algebra class.
She has a math degree. She went to school.
Oh. I have an accounting degree. Never used it. And I didn't start teaching until I was old.
Kids
really.
out of school?
Yeah. I substitute taught it as soon as all the kids were in school. And I wasn't needed at home. And I substituted for many, many years. And then I became the receptionist at the high school, moved to the junior high. And that's about when he wanted to retire. And I was looking at finances and stuff, and I thought, so I told my principal I'm going to have to, I'm going to do the alternative certification because I had a degree. And I did it and got a job as the 8th grade math teacher. So
how did you?
It was tough being old and being in school again and having to, because all of that the school was while I was teaching. So I had to learn all the content for 8th grade while I was also doing all my year-long modules, they call them, for getting my alternative certification. and I had to study really hard I had to pass the education testing for Texas before all of that. So it was, but I was able to do it within a month and a half and pass the test. So I was going.
I think to many people, 8th grade math sounds like one of the hardest jobs that you could possibly have.
There's a turning point there. It's also when the big test comes from the state.
Oh my gosh, we had four testings for the state of Texas then. It's not like that now. And math and English you have to pass them to move up to high school. So math and English, we had our test in the middle of March. So way before school was up. So I had to have all my content taught by March and get ready for the test. And then if they failed the test, I had to get those that failed the test to retest before we let out of school. It was tough. And poor kids, they had history and science also. They didn't have to pass those two to go on, but the English and the math you had to pass to be able to go. But COVID kind of cured that.
Yeah.
They still take the test, but they don't have to pass it to move up, which isn't good either. And they're useless tests. I mean, the pass rate is a 40. Really?
Oh.
It's
Her
terrible.
students
I'm just terrible.
excelled at tests and stuff, though. She was a good teacher. She'd go way early and stay way late if you needed whatever. She was always there. But your students did good, better than most of the other teachers, it seemed like.
Yeah, I had a good rate, but
yeah,
it's not the way it should be.
8th grade seems like a really hard age to teach.
It is, because they can't decide if they're kids or adults. It's a very transitional.
I just feel like it would be hard to be patient with.
See this white
that
hair?
age.
I had it then.
and they had big classes during that time, too.
Yeah, some of the classes were really big.
I had my first parent-teacher conference last night. I thought, kindergarten's where it's at. That's the best.
Oh, man.
How'd it go?
Great. Yeah, love our teacher. Yeah, but I was like, in fact, I had a college professor. He's one of my favorite ones I had. I actually interviewed for a job with him, but didn't go that route. But he was saying, it's like, you need to become a teacher. It's like the best ages are when kids are like learning to read. I think he says after they're teenagers, it's like the damage is done. It's like they're like, but the impact that you can have on kids, like the joy of like helping kids learn to read and stuff.
They want to be there too.
Yeah. But props to the people who can put up with middle school behaviors.
I think there's every phase of elementary education, like the teachers have a particular role in their lifetime of the influence. Like when you think back at your most influential teachers, what age group are you thinking about? Mine's probably sophomore, junior age, maybe even down like 8th grade. Probably.
Oh yeah.
I don't really remember my kindergarten teacher.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Much.
Yeah,
I'm sure she had a great impact. I remember her. I remember like scenes. Of memory, and I'm sure that was.
And I can remember a couple of kind of wacky teachers from elementary school. So.
Yeah.
So that would explain where. Anyway.
Well, they probably didn't like me that much.
Oh, she was the mean. I mean, I still run into students. They're old now, but she was a mean teacher. They all like her. But I learned more from the teachers that were mean, strict. Those classes
control.
I would learn in. The ones that didn't care, I wouldn't.
I will tell you what I think the number one terrible issue became and is probably till this day, when they finally started allowing. They didn't. I would have said no, but they started allowing phone use in classes because of access. Bring your own device. And it was not done well. In my class, they were not allowed on their phones.
Yeah.
They didn't like that. All it is, as soon as class is over, they're on them. It's crazy. And then now they came out with the watches, so you never know if they really were on a phone or not.
That's a good point.
So they started having to put the watches up too. But it was I think, a very errant thing for learning when they allowed all the kids to have their phones, and they start young.
Man,
young.
That's one of the things that scares me because it's like I've heard it's like when you give your kids a phone, it's not you're giving your kids access to the world. You're giving the world access to your kids.
Yeah,
It's like that.
both.
That stuff kind of
Both.
scares you.
Yes,
Like,
it is.
I don't know. I think about my kids having to grow up with in a totally different way than me. Like I remember the first time I got on the internet, so I still grew up with the internet, but like I didn't have a smartphone until I was an adult. So I was like, man, that's kind of freaky.
I didn't either. I don't think.
Yeah.
No, ours
Flip
was
phones.
dial. we had the dial still.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah,
our world.
if y'all didn't know, we're old. So that's how I started.
Okay.
Got out and decided it was possible. And the first year, really, I didn't drive. I rode with him for 6 or 8 months, but then decided to get a vehicle at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
What was some of
Bad mistake.
getting your own? What was
Part
some
of
of
the horror story of our trucks.
Oh yeah. Well, and I was just going to ask you what some of your favorite places you've been are. I'm always curious to hear that.
Ain't no doubt the ferry in Canada. I don't. Where was it at?
Victoria Island.
Okay, going out to British Columbia.
Yeah.
That was neat.
That's a
It
pretty
was
place.
The
neat.
drive, the ferry, the island out there. It was really
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah.
Would you, if we, hopefully we can get them again.
We don't get them very often.
Yeah.
I've done one to Vancouver Island. Loved that.
Mhm.
But I made the big mistake. I took a load of triples, so I had an ELD, and I had to take a reset on my way back.
Wow.
And I didn't think it through. I didn't do my reset on the island, so I ended up having to shut down in South Dakota. I was like, oh, I could have been on British Columbia doing this 34
No
hours
kidding.
instead of South Dakota.
Yes.
But, no, whatever. But yeah, I would love to go hiking
It's
out there.
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Nanaimo. I went into Nanaimo and down to.
What is that?
It's a city.
Mhm.
It's
Big
called
city.
Nanaimo.
Nanaimo.
Oh,
Nanaimo. I think it's called Nanaimo.
Nanaimo.
They have like a special chocolate bar, Nanaimo bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ask Nico. That's where his family's from.
Nico?
Nico Schaefer. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Something like that. So British Columbia, the East Coast. Any other places you really liked?
Oregon, West Coast, they're
yeah.
pretty places. Hadn't been to California, but it's on the bucket list.
Going there.
But
Yeah.
we kind of live in what we started out with. We've gone to the Petrified Forest, went to Hoover Dam this year, got to stay out there several days.
Running up and down the.
Doing all those surprise ones.
Yes,
And, yeah.
yes.
Okay. And did you do a bunch of
Vegas.
those Vegas ones too?
Vegas
right?
Vegas to surprise. There
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Driving a motorhome, pulling a camper.
Yeah. That's doubling up. That's the
Yeah.
way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't get that combo very often.
No,
No.
but it was neat. And
it was.
went swimming in Lake Mead.
Yeah.
So
We
yeah,
did
that
our
was a fun
reset
trip.
on the shore of Lake Mead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It was
out.
neat.
You drive way down this rock road. To call it a wash, Kennedy Wash is what it was called, wasn't it?
Hmm.
But
Where's Lake Mead?
Mm-mm.
Hoover Dam.
That's the
That's
oh,
the
that's the lake by the
Yes,
Hoover Dam.
yes.
Oh man, I would love to see that.
It's
I
just
saw the Hoover
rock.
Dam when I was like 5. I don't
Oh,
remember it.
You
I'd
need
like
to go
to
back. It's pretty neat.
check
Take the
that
tour.
out. Yeah.
can you still go down into it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, cool. I taught some. I was a missionary in Montana for a couple of years, and one of our guys, he would go to different dams. So he worked at the Yellowtail Dam in Montana, but
Hmm.
he did security. I think at the Hoover Dam,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
they've got to have pretty good
Yeah.
security.
They
in
did.
place.
A lot of
They
people.
did. Yeah, a lot of people there.
We did get to take our pistols in. No, we had to lock them in our trucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We did have them. We did not take it to Canada.
Yeah,
And
don't.
we did not
wanna
have
do
it in
that.
our
Yeah,
truck.
one of your drivers was talking about that. As soon as you say they see Texas,
Yeah.
they go with
Yeah.
the
They
guns.
ask you 5 times.
Yeah.
Where's your guns?
And who was it that was saying that because
Where's
they're
your
from Texas?
guns?
It's like, I know you've got a gun. You're from
Yes,
Texas.
yes.
It's like everybody from
Exactly.
Texas has got a couple of guns strapped on at any time. I don't remember who it was. That
Might
was.
have been Scott.
Yeah, it
I
could
don't
have
know.
been.
Oh, it could have
Probably.
been.
I just think if you're from
Probably.
Texas, you've got to have
We
a few
didn't
guns
take
under
it.
there.
I'm glad we didn't. I don't know if we'd have said, well, it's locked under the seat. They'd have probably took it.
You're not allowed to take them in,
No.
and not in a commercial vehicle. Yeah, so we've had drivers make arrangements to leave their guns, and then when they go
Yeah,
up to Canada, yeah.
I thought he was kidding because he just kept going on and on and on about it.
They asked a lot.
He was serious. It was easy going in. It's tough getting out of Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
That's
not as
weird.
friendly.
We had to
No.
pay.
The user
get
fee.
out.
The first time that I went through, it's like this sounds made up.
Yes,
It's like 'cause I
yes.
haven't had to pay this before. It's like I don't want to be bribing some Canadian official.
Well, it was in Texas. I mean,
yeah,
the
it was
Washington
American
side.
side.
American
Oh,
side.
yeah.
yes.
American side.
To get
Then-
in.
Yeah, except for asking the questions going into Canada about the guns. It was pretty much gone.
Yeah, what are you going to do at the camper? Oh, we're going to deliver it. Okay. We're coming out. You brought a camper in? Well, where is it? Well, we left it for it to be sold. You sold a camper? No. And you just keep explaining like we're the first people to ever come through there. And then they say, all right, well, you drive forward and there's a gate here. There'll be somebody there. They'll open the gate. You go through there. So you pull up to where they do the strip searches and stuff. And you go inside, and an hour later, you can finally leave after you pay them some money.
Yeah.
It's
And what's weird is like, it doesn't feel like it's different amounts. It's like, I feel like I've been to the same place and it's different amounts every time. So it's just like, is this a real thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Is
It's
this
late at night and you're thinking,
Yeah. And the way that they phrase it, the whole thing just feels very weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's all
I
about
didn't have a clue, but there was a bunch of them and they're all watching you. So we just
Yeah.
We just forked over.
It's like, and I'd like to get back into the country. So
Yeah.
Well, and our experience with border control is sometimes they've got a disproportionate amount of power that the individual does. They can really screw up your life if they don't like you.
So just be a little bit more likable, would you, Jordan?
Wasn't me telling you.
Must be something with him, huh?
No,
I had no trouble.
She's the one that had the problem.
Surely she's not the problem. Everybody likes her. In fact, that's why they're able to put up with you.
I'll tell you what. Yeah. Maybe one day we'll see if we can get a border guy on our podcast.
That'd be cool. Yeah, figure out what's
to really grill him. What are you doing on the border?
What I want to hear is a trooper.
Yeah. Their take.
Because you
that would be
ask
good.
10 troopers or 10 people about certain laws, DOT stuff, and you'll get 12 answers every time.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
We've had one, we several years ago, we had a consultant company that helped us with some compliance stuff and other things. And they had a former DOT cop, and she came up to one of our driver meetings. And so we learned a few things. She's like, you can tell if you really tick me off, you're being rude, I will find something on you. It's like, that's where I'm starting to pull out your spare fuses. I'm getting the creeper out and crawling under your truck and shaking everything.
Unload everything out of your truck. Put it on the side of the road.
We had a guy, he was being real grouchy to the people, and so they searched the camp. They had him there for hours. It's like, if he would have just, sometimes there's nothing you can do, but it's like, in this case, I know, it's like, if you would have just been cool, man, you would have been on the road in 30 minutes.
I've never had trouble.
Yeah.
I respect those people, and I treat them nice, and they treat you nice. I did get a overweight ticket from a sergeant in Oklahoma, and but he was pretty cool about it too. He said, I can arrest you right now. I could take you, because I didn't. As soon as he walked up, I didn't tell him I was armed. Waited a minute. He said, you got to tell me immediately. I can arrest you. And I thought, you could, but he didn't. It was blitz.
Yeah.
It was blitz. There were about 20 of them standing over there as I come through there. And I thought,
He got the boss one.
Yeah, I got the guy that was in charge of the whole thing right there that day. He was a cool dude, though.
So, and for everybody listening, he didn't get an overweight ticket because of too many McDonald's or anything. It's a truck and trailer's weight combination.
That's what that means.
More than it should be.
Yeah, it was one of them monster trailers. And
Oh, yeah.
Somehow he always
20,000.
gets the monster trailers. He's tired of monsters.
Yeah.
I don't like them either.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to stay in.
Yeah.
You can't, though.
You don't make as much money when you pull big campers.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
Okay. Tangent. We know that you like to fish sharks. So that's crazy. How do you get into that?
Just her parents lived at the beach, Crystal Beach, which is southeast of Galveston, and we would vacation down there all the time and fish. Her dad was a big fisherman. He guided some down there and stuff. So got into fishing, and then Hurricane Ike come through and blew them to our house because they no longer had a beach house. Or two beach houses. They didn't have anything. It flattened the place. They had two pilings that were both leaning. It was all that was left out of those houses. He lost his boat and everything. And so they came up, ended up living in a town close to us. Didn't want to go back. Sold the property that was left down there. But hadn't been back. I've never been back down there. But my son last year entered that shark tournament. Him and my son-in-law. So I drove down just to see what it was like. Well, Bolivar, down that way where her parents lived, the water's always sandy, muddy. Very seldom does it get clear. Padre Island is crystal clear. It's like Florida almost. Beautiful water. See the fish and everything. And I fell in love with it. So he and my son and I signed up this year and went down to fish, and she went. But the weather was so bad. So bad.
So you have to paddle in a small...
Yes. You can use, normally fishing, well, not on this national seashore, you can't use any hard bottom boat. It's a really, really big deal with the sea turtles down there. It's where they nest. So they're very picky about that beach. Can drive on it, but you can't use a hard bottom boat of any kind, and lots of rules. No, you can't use drones because they're afraid you'll hit a bird. All that's banned. So the tournament bans it for the whole coast up and down there where you fish. So the only way to get out, to take baits way out, 900 yards or something, is to paddle.
So how do you catch a 10-foot shark in a canoe, in a kayak?
You don't. Your reel's on the bank. You paddle your bait out and drop it.
This is offshore fishing. You can't use a boat and...
Yeah, you have to be from the bank. From land
so that's just... so it's to get the bait out there.
Yes,
you come back in and then you slowly reel? Or is it...
No, you have a big anchor with looks like a spider. It hooks to the sand, and you have big giant reels that may have 1,200 yards or more line on them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're big reels.
I'd like to see that set up.
Yeah,
good. So like you have like a big belt or something that you
Yes, you can. You put them in a rack, and you got the clicker set, and you may sit there for hours and nothing. All of a sudden, you just wow, that clicker's screaming. Because you're fishing in the Gulf of America. There's big stuff out there. You never know what's going to hit.
Yeah.
Then you can either fight them in the rack, or you can put on this fighting belt, which the pictures you'll see, it looks like people are sitting, but there's no chair under them. And that big old stiff rod's just doubled over. And
they're just leaning
the
back.
fish is going,
just to be clear,
just going.
We've never caught a big shark.
No, we never caught a big one.
So this is all theoretical.
Well, I've watched a lot of videos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We did go down in August. The end of August, and we caught two, about like that.
Yeah,
that's big to be.
Yeah, that's five.
And I do have pictures of those. I'll show you after this.
But I mean, when people think of sharks, you think of the big ones, but probably most of them are like.
Well,
I think
last year the two sharks, the first and second were like a 1/4 inch difference in length, but they were 8-9 foot.
Oh, that's huge.
And there's a lot of hammerheads down there, and they're big as about 14 foot. They catch them pretty regular down there.
Really?
Be surprised, and they come in real shallow to feed.
I don't want to be the guy that's releasing a hammerhead, 10 foot, 11 foot.
How do you
hammerhead
release
shark.
the shark?
Actually, they're easier than the tigers or the bull sharks. You can get hold of that head, and
yeah, it's wide.
They're
like
not
this.
Yeah. They're easier to release. And normally you put a rope on their tail to hold them, but you got to hurry because they'll die on you.
All the years my dad had that place on the beach, we never shark fished. Not from the bank for sure.
No.
But they did a lot of wade fishing for trout and that kind of stuff from the bank.
Had no idea
That
what was
there
swimming around
Oh.
us.
You were swimming with the sharks, really.
Yes.
That's sort of like when we go to the beach. My wife can't go out there too far. She's a way better swimmer than me, but because the psychological, you think of something coming. Same thing, jumping in a lake. You jump in a lake, you can't feel what's underneath you, and you think something's going to come up and bite.
No, that's why you only get out in the middle of the lake. I hate the edge of the lake.
All the slimy.
Just let me in the middle of the lake, and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
I just picture a lake monster coming up and.
What's a lake monster?
They're real.
They're real. They're real.
Yeah, I'm not worried about freshwater, but out there's stuff that can bite you.
There's actual.
Yeah, and there's jellyfish that sting. It's just.
I mean, a little bit of me wants to, in a very non-life-threatening way, get bit by a shark and maybe get stung by a jellyfish. Just like
it'd be a cool
tiny little,
scar.
Man, their teeth are unbelievable. Unbelievable. We use a wire leader that's heavy and a plastic coating, and sometimes they call them run-throughs. They swim with their mouth open because that's how they breathe water. They'll swim into that line, and we've pulled it in, and it just all the plastic stripped off and stuff. That wire leader, if you don't use wire, they're gonna cut it. But everything in the ocean has teeth, sharp teeth. Very sharp teeth.
I need to learn more about sharks.
I'd love to come down and go shark fishing.
All right, we might do it.
Okay.
When you coming, you said?
Well,
first week of December,
I
right?
think we'll come down again.
December.
Yeah. They'll come again next
It'll be
year too.
cold.
Yeah, but it's neat camping on the beach, and it's
It's
neat in
cold
that.
because you're gonna get flipped in that stupid kayak every time you go out.
Yeah, when we went in September, it was like
great.
a lake. The Gulf was like a lake. It was
August.
nice.
It was at the end of
yeah.
August, and the waves were not much.
Nothing.
It was, if you ever wanted to do the paddling and stuff, that was the time to do it.
So is there a season then?
No.
They get better at certain times of year. I'm still
They
learning.
said May, right?
Yeah,
On that
something
last
like that. I'm
video
still
we
learning.
watched.
Okay,
May.
we'll have to plan a trip to Texas. And
Go
something
shark.
like that sounds so crazy.
Yeah, that
but,
sounds like shark fishing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome,
That's
man.
crazy.
Yeah.
But we can't guarantee you'll get a shark.
Well,
That doesn't
Yeah.
even matter. Just
Maybe
say
by
that you've
then
been.
we'll learn how. The problem is it's a 6-hour drive from our house
Oh,
to get
yeah.
down there, so you can't just go every weekend.
Yeah.
And if you go, you're going to stay
Yeah.
for a couple of days.
Camping on the beach.
It's awesome. I mean,
It's all right with me.
you can't see another person in either direction
That's
up down
cool.
that beach.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that freaked me out a little bit.
It
being-
felt very like it was when we were there earlier this year. It was kind of gray. The sky was a bit gray and a little windy, and it felt like the edge of the world.
Where'd y'all go to
Yeah.
Padre Island?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we only went down a couple miles.
yeah,
and then just went into the beach.
yeah.
And there's no other people around.
We like the closer you are to like the visitor center,
You
the more
probably
people
were
there will
around
be.
something.
Yeah,
Yes.
Corpus Christi's a big city. They're right there, and they have a
Okay.
beach all along there. Port Aransas has a beach, but
And there's a lot of,
Penn's is a national seashore, so it's protected. And
there's no houses, nothing like
Nothing.
that down there.
Have you ever been to Big Bend National Park?
we
That's on my
vacationed there
list.
one year.
I would like to check
pretty
that
neat.
out.
There's nothing growing; it's just rock,
Just giant rock stuff. And,
little rocks, big rocks. Pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
I like to say that at one time I threw a rock and hit Mexico
yeah.
because the river's not wide up there.
You can, huh? And
It's
how
neat.
is it Is it way out in the middle of nowhere?
Yes,
So it takes you got to be pretty committed to going there.
Yes.
It's because I'd like to go there, but
there's nothing.
it's not
They
like I
got
can.
a park.
Yeah, there's a park
Yeah.
and stuff there. It's like Marfa. I don't know if you ever heard of the Marfa lights.
Mm-mm.
They see lights out in the desert sometimes.
Kind of like the Northern Lights, but they're Martha
yeah.
in Texas.
Oh, is it?
We didn't see
Have
them.
no
I
idea.
don't
We stood
know.
out there for
Is it like
hours.
a superstition thing where it's like
No,
They
They
really
say
see
they're
stuff.
real.
Been
I
doing
don't
it for
know.
years and
What
years
is it
and
called?
years.
Marfa
Marfa.
lights?
It's also normally the hottest and the coldest place in Texas.
Okay,
Marfa. It's out in
The
desert.
hottest and the coldest.
Yeah.
that makes
In
sense.
the winter it'll be the coldest, and in the
Yeah.
summer it's the hottest.
Huh.
Marfa lights.
Marfa.
They say
a
there's been
city.
times that you could see the northern lights from here, even,
Yes.
and I never did.
I've seen some pictures. Some
That's
friends
what I've
have
seen people take
posted-
pictures. Like I was there, at that area. I
Is
was
it
like,
just
the
like a-
camera might be able to get it better than
Yeah,
the.
I think that's what it is.
I want to see them one day too.
The north, yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I'd like to check those out.
I mean, I used to duck hunt a lot. You get out in your blind real early when it's really a clear, cold night, and just lay in and watch the stars.
Oh yeah,
That was neat. There's a lot of stuff moving up there now.
Yes, there is.
You can't hardly look up without seeing something moving, and
Oh,
a lot of
really?
it's Elon Musk and his satellites.
all that stuff. Well, that's. I guess when you were out there on the beach without all the light pollution, you probably get a pretty good view of the
Yes,
stars.
yes.
It's like we don't really see the stars the way that people used to.
You got to get out.
Oh,
And that-
totally not.
Out around Marfa, that Big Bend, we went out there, and that's where the McDonald Observatory is.
Oh,
Big
that would be
observatory
cool.
out there.
We went on a spring break one year
Yes.
and took the kids, and we went to the observatory, and it was snowing.
Yeah, it snowed.
I
So.
couldn't see anything.
Oh man, bummer.
It was not a good.
That'd be
But
fun
we
to
toured
Yeah, that'd be way fun.
got to see the
Yes.
telescope and stuff.
Oh,
I actually have
man.
several of them.
I'm gonna have to add that into my subcategory on my bucket list. I got Big Bend already.
Yeah,
I'll put
it's
that.
right there.
Yeah, it's-
You hit it,
it-
and there's
it's
forts,
sort of on the way.
old forts from back in.
We stopped at a lot
Civil
of the
War.
old forts.
Some of them is just a row of rocks on the ground. Is all that's left of them.
Oh,
Some of them
yeah.
the barracks and all that. Fort Davis Mountains are there. They have a lot of interesting sightseeing stuff.
Yeah. Because I wanted to go when I was in San Antonio. I don't know, last year or whatever. I didn't have time to go see anything, but I wanted to go see like the Alamo and the Riverwalk. Did you do that? You went and saw that?
Alamo
Is
is
it-
so disappointing.
That's what I've heard people say. It's like they said there's something else you should go see though. That is
The
Oh,
Mission
the
Trail.
Mission Trail.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
now
it was
those
you
are
who was
neat.
telling me. I don't remember. Somebody.
Might have been.
But
The Alamo to me, it's right in the middle of downtown,
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
and it doesn't look like it does in the movies. They've rebuilt it.
Oh wait,
'Cause
no, I have been, and same thing because in fact we didn't
you
even
go to
get
the
out of the
mission?
car.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
really?
drove by.
Yeah, we
like,
stopped and we were like,
This is
what?
the album. Yeah.
Okay,
The
yeah.
wax museum around the corner.
And we
is
had,
better.
yeah.
and it was a combination of tired, hungry
Well,
kids.
and all your
they were
British
like,
family don't care about Southwest American history, do they?
Yeah.
Well, no, that was just with us. It was just
okay.
my family.
But your kids also, yes, 5-year-olds
were
don't
like-
care about history yet. Maybe.
They're not quite there yet.
Oh, we went to the Little Bighorn this year too. That was that was pretty interesting.
Out in Montana.
Dakota.
Yeah.
Dakota.
Little Bighorn.
Yeah, it
Kinda
the way they've got it, you can
Wyoming,
actually
it's
kind of
sorta right
visualize
there.
it. You know,
in the
you see the
corner.
movie, but it's kind of it's neat.
Yeah. It's cool to see. It's like
Custer was an idiot.
knowing, knowing like this is the stuff happened here. It's like there's something kind of cool, almost like a sacred thing, thinking about the things that had happened. there, you know?
Everywhere they
It
left
looked
it looks like
it
it's a
that.
marker, but it looks like a tombstone everywhere a soldier was dead.
Yeah.
and it's just scattered
Or
right
an
across
Indian.
there.
They had some Indians there
yeah.
too.
They
Not
do
near enough Indians, but
they do a reenactment there every year.
Mm-hmm.
I never got to see it because when I lived out there, I don't know, we didn't get to go do stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see.
One of the things we were going to come back to is some of the truck stuff. So, but mostly, so
Ain't
for
got time.
the how would you maybe phrase it this way? So, if I'm a new driver, I'm interested in doing this. What are the do's and don'ts about the truck?
I had a Chevrolet gas engine didn't work. You can't use gas. You have to have a diesel
Why?
because of fuel mileage and power. But
Mhm.
yeah, a gas engine's going to eat you up.
Yeah.
Even with a spare tank, it just uses too much fuel. Although gas is cheaper, just you need the diesel to pull the trailers.
it was like 4 miles per gallon. It was bad.
Yeah, it was terrible. So I ran it. They actually Horizon let me start with that because I'd ordered a diesel truck.
It was when you couldn't get
it was in
diesel
COVID.
truck.
There was no trucks anywhere.
It was
But
terrible.
Our neighbor was a manager at a Ford house, so he found me one and hid it in the back, so nobody else because they were going quick. But it was a COVID truck, 21, built in COVID, and it had lots of weird troubles, lots of strain. Go through a car wash and couldn't turn the truck off. Turn the key off, get out, and walk off with the doors locked and the engine's still running. Just weird stuff. Back window would open going through a car wash, you know. And, but finally, the
None
fuel,
of the electronic stuff
Yeah.
worked. The phone was horrible. The coming through
yeah.
couldn't hear them or
But the
it
fuel,
wasn't
they have
clear.
all the three big makers have the same fuel pump in their truck, and they acted up. Mine went out just out of warranty. Ford wouldn't cover it, insurance wouldn't. So it was like $20,000 later, I get my truck back. You know, that's out of my pocket. With that, you don't recover from that very quick. Still not.
No,
And
still not.
then the exhaust went after that because of that. And anyway, it cost us a fortune
And
out of our pocket. And then it wasn't 6 months, it started acting up. So I had to get rid of it. So I bought this one.
Something in the engine, wasn't it? It was,
Yeah, well, it
it
was making weird noise. Transmission was acting up and stuff. Just, I think it was COVID, poorly built in COVID.
And they didn't have parts like everything else.
So
during
dummy me,
COVID.
Ford come out with a new color. You know, man. And I stopped by a dealership to ask the diesel tech there what he thought about my other truck. And I was driving out, and there's that truck, my dream
Sitting
truck,
there.
a dually, you know, loaded out. And I go home. I stop and look at it, and I go home, and I call him, say, any chance you'd take it? Because my other 21 had been deleted and everything, and the service lady there had said, look, you get that truck off the lot. We don't want any deleted truck. That was when it was really big not to do it.
Yeah.
So I called and said, any chance you trade in? I said, well, bring it up. We'll look at it. Hot dog. Next thing you know, I bought a new truck, way overpriced, but I like the truck, still do. Missoula, Montana, 88,000 miles. Boom, engine blows. And I mean, I'm meticulous about my maintenance, oil changes and all that. It just had a problem. Number 7 injector had a problem, blew a hole in the piston. That was an ordeal there too. Don't rent a U-Haul truck to pull a camper. A box truck, because
It's kind of hard to turn.
the back of the truck and the front of the camper are very close. You can't turn. It takes a big wide turn. But we made it to Washington from Montana in a U-Haul, then rented a car, went home. Then I flew back up and got my truck. That one was under warranty.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
But
Good.
making
But
payments, you
not
can't. It's
good.
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to make payments on a truck.
Because then it's down for
What?
a while.
A month and a half
Yeah.
at least.
On that one, the first one was every bit of that long.
It was, well, on his other truck too. The first one he was telling you about, we were camping and we were going to go home camping and it wouldn't start. The whole
the
harness.
big wiring harness under the
Melted.
fuse box was melted. Just sitting over there for a couple of days, not being touched. It melted. That took.
Oh, that was 3 months.
Yeah,
at
they
least.
tried to order the wrong wiring harness. I finally, after fighting them, I got it. Did some research and I found the right wiring harness. And I
We were
called the
going to get
dealer
a
and
used
said,
one.
"Buy this
off
one."
of the old wreck truck.
Yeah.
I think that the dealer would know.
You
Well,
would
you would
think,
think.
but this is little town dealerships.
Right.
I mean, they're different than big city dealerships, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's his truck woes. You want to hear my truck woes?
They were going on to St. for a little while. We were truckless,
Yes, both of them.
and that
down.
influences your decisions too.
Yeah, it
Rash
wasn't good.
decisions.
So, the year I rode with him, we decided we'll get me a truck, and I'll pull two. And so and it was still the COVID sort of left over, and the trucks were scarce. And Mark saw this truck at the Chevrolet place or GMC. And he goes, "Rhonda, you need to stop and look at this truck. It's right in front of the store. It's pulled up. Yeah, you can come and look at it. Come and look at it." And it is a GMC, but it was one that has all the bells and whistles, right? And so I go ahead and get this truck. And
We happened to go to church with the sales manager and one of the salesmen, so that helps. You know people, so
or
it
you
helps.
thought.
We thought it goes south later.
So yeah, it's nice truck. Got it fitted out and starting to use it, and he's pulling a
Big one.
big one, but it was still not. It was under the weight the truck said. Okay, so it was good. He was using my truck because his was not working, so he was pulling with my new truck, and we had maybe 14,000 miles in it, and I bought it in December, so it'd be for the other year, and March. I think it was March. Yeah, right before the big show.
Yes.
We didn't have our trucks
The
for the
AT&T
big
show.
AT&T show, and he was going to Orange,
And there's hills not far from the house, big hills.
not like
And something
big.
boomed top of one of them hills. The truck was pulling good. It just boomed and bleh. The hose off the turbo had blew off the turbo. There's a metal ring that's clamped on there. And I tried to get it up this hill, get it off. It's a narrow road there, 70 miles. Every road in Texas is 70 miles an hour.
Or 75.
Or 75, a
Yeah.
lot of them. So I was,
That's why it's so hard to come here. You got double lanes with big
Slow it all
wide,
down.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're 60 miles an hour, 55. I'm thinking,
I ended up calling a wrecker, two wreckers, one to pull the trailer and one to pull me. And the short story is, when the turbo blew, it plugged the exhaust. No, couldn't get it to self clean or nothing. Had to replace it. No parts. Don't know when there'll ever be parts. They said, "We'll give you a new truck. Just give us that one back. We'll give you another one." Well, it wasn't exactly a oranges for oranges trade, because she had traded in a Ford.
yeah, my driving, I had a
And-
pickup.
They had a different truck without any, got one camera on it. That one she had cameras. You need cameras when you're towing. It helps hook it up and all that stuff. Anyway, it wasn't much of a truck, but I hate to say it about her, but we're sitting in the office with the sales manager
All from our church.
and the salesman from our church. She's bawling because they are raking us over the coals. And the salesman says, "Well, we're not a nonprofit organization." Dude,
It was bad.
you're telling us you can't fix the truck, but you want to give us something that
So
won't
I
serve
went
us.
from a $90,000 truck to a $70,000 truck.
Which sounds petty,
But-
No, it makes it. If this is what you're doing,
It does.
makes a difference.
Because
does. It's not. It wasn't a tow truck.
It was. I don't know. That's with my trade-in. That's what I owed on the $90,000 truck.
Yeah. You heard of lemon law? It's a joke.
Yeah,
It's a joke. The first thing they ask you is what's the mileage.
miles in 3 months.
Yeah, they prorate your mileage, and she had a lot of miles. Truck brand new, but so we'd have lost even more trying to do the lemon law deal. Or actually, it didn't even
it was
qualify.
About even.
Yeah.
So it was bad. Anyway, so all my down payment, meant nothing.
The trade in wasn't worth anything. Nothing.
And I had to write them $1,500 check. It was just bad.
We thought it was. We went. My neighbor was the guy at the Ford house, so we went and talked to him, and he said, "I mean, they probably could have done better, but there ain't nothing you can do about it. They had us, all right." So she's still driving it, still making payments on that one. I'm still making payments. If we ever get one paid for, we'll be all right. If it'll last long enough to pay for itself.
I guess that's the hardest thing. I don't know that buying a brand new truck's the thing. Except maybe now they say they're going to get rid of this DEF systems crap. That would be the time to buy a new truck because all the DEF stuff would be gone.
We have gone through so much of that. That's probably one of our most common, if not the most common.
Her truck, the Chevy, don't use much DEF. It doesn't use a fraction of what my Ford does.
Yeah, it's kind of
pulling
crazy.
the same trailers. It's unbelievable.
The consumption of DEF and the expense of DEF is basically nothing. It's all the issues that DPF system has on the truck. Things are plugging up and powers you down, and they're getting stuck all over the country. We're having anyway a lot of issues there. Well, so one of the reasons that the question is buy a brand new truck, buy a used truck, low miles. What's the best way to get in this industry? I
assume buy it new, you could drive it for 3 or 4 years, put 200,000-300,000 miles. I mean, mine was a 1-ton dually. It's designed to pull. I should get 3 years. Should get 300,000 miles because we run about 100,000 a year. Most people do, I think. You would think you could get 3 years. You can't. I didn't.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody made fun of me. It was a Ford, but I think the dang Dodges and stuff are having lots of trouble.
Yeah.
Seems like everybody is.
We had a new Dodge, and it blew up on me in Ontario, and we still don't have that truck back. So it's versus one of our trucks has 500,000 miles. It's been going solid for a long time.
Yeah, it's hard to you don't know. You would think that every truck that comes off a production line is going to be good for this amount of time. It just doesn't work that way.
So I would say buy an older one that's either paid for or doesn't need much to be paying it off, and that way you're making money.
DEF system on
and set money aside, budget for maintenance. That way, if something happens, they're easier, cheaper to fix. That way, you can get it back on the road quicker.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'd buy a brand new one or not. You can shop around and get you a good
I'll
used
say
one.
mine really hadn't given me a problem. My new one, the second new one. The first new one wasn't so good. But the second new one 3 months later.
And it pulls good.
Yeah, it's a beast.
And it is nice having some of those conveniences in a new truck, too. You're spending a lot of time in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So whether it's, good cameras.
Mine ain't good. I mean, the seats are hard. It's the roughest truck in the world.
And it's got a stiff suspension.
Very stiff. I mean, it's good for pulling, but it's not good for riding in. And that's not good when you go thousands of miles. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of used to it, though.
Well, is there anything else you would want you think a new driver, something that you've learned that's been valuable to you?
I don't know. There's lots of things like rigging the truck, get the biggest fuel tank you can.
Extra, yeah.
Yeah.
I got his leftover tank. He got him a bigger tank and gave me his little tank.
Nice.
But I didn't have to go buy one.
Yeah.
So.
I'd research the company you're going to go to work for. Don't let the high rates get you. Some people jump companies chasing rates, and I don't know. You may gain rate here, but you lose it there. Some other way or something. I don't know. It's just make sure to me, it's a job for a single person without a family. That way you can run, your 70 hours a week, get your reset and get back on the road. You could do pretty good then. If your truck, vehicle hold together, you can make pretty good money. But like I said, we don't need this income to survive. I mean, with my retirement, now I'm on Social Security, we could do just fine. Our stuff's paid for in Texas. But we did it to see the country, which it has. You drive out and vacation back. That's been good. And buy toys. You know what I mean? Because your home budget,
like one gun's not enough.
Yeah.
Fishing stuff.
Well, and I imagine you're buying fishing poles to reel in a shark. Can't be as cheap as the one you just go down.
No, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, I was like, we couldn't go shark fishing if we wanted to. We're going to take our fishing poles out there. Snaps it in a second.
Moana on the handle.
Yeah, it makes little lights up with little green and red lights as you're reeling it in.
It'd be fun for a minute.
I don't think the Zebco would work.
Yeah, we're going to have to just watch YouTube videos and, yeah.
I think the best thing to do is to be friends with somebody that has all the gear.
Yeah.
And then make a trip down there.
I served, I was a missionary in Montana, and we had this Micronesian missionary. So he came from the island. It's an archipelago called Chuuk. It's in the Micronesian Federation and whatever. So he grew up spearfishing sharks. That's how he was a fisherman. He's it's hard to understand him because he spoke Chuukese. I don't know how many people you know speak Chuukese, but he taught us some Chuukese. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like they were probably curse words. I don't know. But he would.
But
yeah,
you're missionaries. It better not
you
be.
would think.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. He was.
It was a praise.
He was pretty extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, he changed his life quite a bit to go from what he was doing to being a missionary. But he spearfished sharks out there in Micronesia. I thought, man, that is kind of wild. He had scars from getting bit by the sharks or whatever, or roughed up by them or whatever. But
man, yeah, their skin. If they slap you with the tail, it hurts you. Their skin's real rough. It's not like a catfish slimy.
Sandpaper.
It's like sandpaper. Their skin is.
Okay, I guess I would have assumed it was like a
you don't get to
slimy
pet those.
fish.
It looks slimy, huh?
Yeah.
You know, at the zoo, they have the stingrays come by. You get to
Yes.
touch those slimy things, but I guess they don't let you do that with the sharks.
You don't touch stingrays. They have stingers, which are big old pokers on their tail, and they know how to stick them in you.
In the wild.
Yes.
boy.
Yeah.
And they're good bait for shark.
Yeah, that's your shark bait. So.
Okay.
Huh.
Nice. Well, I'll go stingray fishing maybe. I don't know. That's what killed Steve Irwin, right?
Yes.
Well, that's because he was swimming with them upside down.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
Objectively a good guy, right?
Oh, he was the
Everybody
man.
likes him, yeah.
Everybody likes Steve Irwin. Yeah, he's the man.
Steve Irwin.
Yeah. Well, thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it, and we really appreciate you guys. I mean, it's easy with hopefully we don't just come across as words. Hopefully you believe that because we really like working with you guys. Yeah. So I'm glad you came over here. Hope you stick with it.
We're happy. We're happy with y'all.
Yes.
Just raise them rates. I know it's tough.
All the time.
that's
try to. If we can get more work, that's the
whatever we can do to help do that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Jordan, you got any other questions to fire off?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you guys are great.
Thank you.
And maybe we'll do a podcast episode on the beach.
We're gonna need to. So Gateway can sponsor our time going down
exactly.
there.
Right.
Man. So if Gateway's going to do it, we can get a guide.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Then you might actually get a shark.
Yeah.
It's not like you'll get wet unless you decide to paddle out.
I think you got to do the whole thing. I got to paddle out there.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
chainmail.
I don't think I would do that.
No.
You might
You
sink.
sink.
Yeah, that stuff's heavy.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I just really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you.
And for anyone listening, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right, thanks.